get warm. Wow, this is good.
Go on then, make a fool of yourself. Knock it down! Oh, shoot your head off. Henry? Looking forward to new adventures? Adventures that will become the stuff of legends?
Of course I am. We'll show them what fine fellas have turned up on their doorstep.
You bet we will. We'll hand over our important message and then hop, skip to the nearest tavern. We'll drink to our success and chase some local wenches, eh? But why didn't Uncle Hanush take care of it himself? Unless, maybe he's just testing me.
Aye, it does look like that. He'll hand over all the Ratai estates to you one day. So I expect he wants to be sure you won't botch it.
Of course. How could I possibly fuck it up? There are foreign armies rampaging through Bohemia. The king is in captivity, God knows where, and here we are in the middle of it all, carrying an important document. No, I intend to make the most of this trip, one way or another.
You're a bit too keen. You never know what might happen.
Henry, don't be such a lily liver. Audentes fortuna juvat. Well, enough of the chat. Trust close within reach.
Sir Hans, how's it looking there?
All good, Oates. Just keep your eyes on the road ahead.
Exactly. If anything in front of us even looks like it's moving, we want to know.
Keep your hair on, Nick. Old Oak's got eyes like a hawk.
We're not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry, from Skalitz.
Scout? I'll go scout.
I serve Sir Hans as a scout and tracker.
From Scalet, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to trust ye as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band, so why should I trust you?
We want to negotiate an alliance. We'll come to an agreement with your lord in Trotsky, and maybe offer to deal with those bandits for you. After all, you haven't been able to track them down. So we can take matters into our own hands. So move aside, and let us, dutiful knights, pass.
Don't provoke me, boy, or you'll pass to a place you don't want to be. Didn't you say you were a tracker? So you're a knight all of a sudden? Or you're not really sure? Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes.
Don't listen to him, Captain. He's travelling with me for the first time, and evidently, he's got a bit above himself. We've come on the orders of Margrave Jobst of Moravia, and we bear a message from Sir Hanish of Lipa, Divish of Tarnberg, and Radzig Kobula. Our message concerns the offer of an alliance that it seems you need as much as we do right now.
All right, then. You may carry on, but put your men in their place, sir, before their impertinence leads you into trouble.
Indeed, I will. Thank you, Captain. I assume you can hear that damn dog of yours bark. Force him out.
Go away, Mutt. You'll get nothing from me.
Heel! What's all the fuss about, Mutt? Are you that hungry? All right, I'll see what I can get for you.
Well then, Henry?
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Henry, what the fuck was that about?
What was what about?
With that captain? I thought they got us all. The way you provoked him.
You're right. Well, I got a bit carried away.
Well, you shouldn't have. We're lucky they didn't shoot us down on the spot. Did you notice how many of them there were? You better keep your nose out of it next time.
If you think so, sir.
I do. It's an order. And keep quiet tomorrow in front of von Berghoff. I'm here to do the talking. We'll deliver our message and fulfill our mission. If we arrange a truce with the League of Lords, then Hanush will finally have to take me seriously. Don't fuck it up.
As you command.
Well, since you're so sure of yourself, how about stretching our limbs a bit after that long journey? With a bit of swordplay.
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh? Eh?
All right then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or shall we have a wager?
Let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. You've got armor on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
What's up, puppy? How you doing? Well,
So, shall we start?
Do you think we're going to fight with our cocks? Put on your helmet and armor, grab a practice sword, and come along.
I did. Oh, and armor? What am I supposed to put on here? Guess it's all on.
Can we start with the swordplay?
You've got your armor. Good. I won't hold back. Did you deal with that dog of yours? I wouldn't want him gobbling up our supper while we're training.
am I supposed to do about the dog?
You're right. Hang on a while. Listen, would you have some scraps for a mutt?
That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
Come on, Oates. We'll get to Trotsky tomorrow, and there'll be plenty of food there. We're a noble's escort, so they're obliged to feed us well. Pheasant in wine, roast pork with apples. Those sausages of yours are only fit for a dog anyway.
For Christ's sake, stop giving me a hard time. I'll have you know that sausage is fucking good. But neither you nor your dog will get to taste it.
Wouldn't you swap it for something?
I might. Tankard has my ring. I lost it to him at dice, and if I go home without it, my old woman will send me right back. If you can get it back, I'll be glad to give you that sausage.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Alright, so... like I'm playing a game, huh?
Where did you get the table from?
From that cave behind me. It was just lying there. So I says to myself, that's better than playing on the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
I see you've got dice set up. Want a game?
Sure. How's about spicing it up with a little wager?
I heard you won a ring off Oates. What about that?
Fortune favours the brave, lad. But if you lose, you'll pay for everything I order in the tavern in Trotsky. All right?
What's up, brah? Alright, what is this? Yahtzee?
So, do you already hate it?
Huh?
Do you already hate it?
No. It looks good, dude.
Does it?
Yeah.
Loading it now. Loading it now.
Oh. Alright. Alright. This is like Yahtzee almost. Each dice after each additional die after 3 doubles the value.
Road magnetism?
Says a
Yeah, I'll keep
Joker
a
in
manual.
150. 5 is 500. 2 through 6 is 750. 1 through 6 is 1500.
Graphic settings. Do
Today's my
they don't have
lucky
borderless?
day. I can feel it in my bones.
Man.
Alright, so I guess I want to keep this.
They don't.
die.
They don't have borderless. Alright, we got to fix for that. Borderless gaming. Kingdom Come. Thank you.
Score. We'll die.
Horizontal field of view. Let's go 100 start. DLSS to... Well, now since I went borderless, it's all screwy. Native. Let's see, max sharpness. Gosh. What? Why is it?
I want that one, 'cause that scores more. That's 50, that's 100.
Is your mind in it at all?
Oh. Let's do it there.
It's another 100.
Motion blur off, please. Confirm.
Score and pass.
Yep, that's all fine.
So that's gonna be 800.
Plan 2. New game. Yeah.
That's enough for me. Your turn.
No, it's only 500.
I can't be. Damn your eyes. You played well. What's to be done? A bet is a bet. Here's your ring.
Do you know why we're going to Trotsky?
For some big political parley.
Yeah, of course. I'm just wondering if you know what's in that message we're carrying.
Not really, but I reckon our lords want to sound out von Burgo. Bear in mind the times we're living in. King Wenceslas under lock and key in Vienna, and his brother Sigismund, meanwhile, shamelessly plundering Bohemia. We need to know who's going to stand on our side if things get even worse. And the royal chamberlain, von Burgo, has the land reserves under his thumb. So he's a big player.
We might even discuss how to make peace with Sigismund.
Peace? I don't know. Sigismund is winning and he won't want to parley for peace. But I hope there's some chance of a truce, at least an armistice. The main thing is that it don't get no worse. Hacking up Cumans is one thing, but if it comes to Czechs fighting against Czechs, that'd be nasty.
To tell the truth, I'm starting to get a bit anxious about what to expect tomorrow. Do you think our big mission will be successful?
Nothing to worry about. We'll get to Trotsky, Sir Hans and von Burgo will parley, and then we'll ride back. Done.
You're a bit sure of yourself, eh?
Well, this ain't my first time delivering a message. Everything will go according to plan. Don't you worry.
Do you know these parts?
A little. It's all rocks and woods. Lovely to look at, but shit for hunting in. If you don't watch your step, you could easily fall down some fissure.
So you've been in Trotsky before?
Not Trotsky itself. Once I just passed through here with Sir Hanusha's escort.
Ah, I expect that's why he sent you with us.
No doubt, but also because I'm not as rash as you youngsters. And besides, as the cook, I make sure you lot don't gobble up all the supplies at once.
It seems Tankard can't tell a 5 from a 6. I won that ring off him.
You beat the bastard. Ha! You're a dab hand, Henry. Thanks. Will you give it to me? If I go home without it, the old woman will break her broom over my back.
What will you give me for it?
Well, all I've got here is some grub. Want a sausage? It's venison.
All right. And enough games. You won't easily find another mug who'll exchange a ring for a sausage.
Yeah. True enough.
Here you go. Take it.
Can we start with the sword play?
You've got your armor. Good. I won't hold back. Ready? Let's start. Draw your sword.
Hang on.
I'm trying.
Let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Impress me. Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Oh, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence.
Oh, I see what's going on.
Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Now save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard.
Attacks.
Nice. Good. Good. That's the way.
Oh, that's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
That's it. You're doing great, Henry. Nice. But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready. Good, Henry. Sweet. You have to block first. Well, you're not as good as Captain Bernard. But that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered. Where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right. Come on then. Good riposte. Nice work, Henry. Oh, nice, Henry. Nice. All right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
All right. 100 groschen it is.
Defend yourself! Off to a good start. Fuck me! How do you do it? Fuck me! Ow! Kurwa! How do you do it? You knocked the stuffing out of me. I yield. Enough. Oh, for fuck's sake, you're unstoppable. Oh, you won the bet, fair and square. I'll settle with you when we get to Trotsky. Oh, let's go and eat. Quite an appetite.
So who won, gentlemen?
Oh, it seems this isn't my day. I knew I shouldn't have bet with you. You've improved since that last time in Ratai.
That time we had a wager for your bow. How did it actually end up?
Henry, that was no time ago at all. Did you get a bang in the head? And of course, I won.
So much has happened since then. Feels like an eternity.
God's truth. We had no lack of excitement. Anyway, I kicked your ass because I'm a master with a bow.
Indeed. Almost as good as with your tongue.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies. Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
He was well pissed off. If I hadn't convinced him you were the village idiot and that we dragged you home right away...
And if I hadn't left him a fistful of coin to boot, throwing groschen around like that. Fellas, if a rainy day comes, you'll be fucked.
Ha! I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry?
Hmm?
You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
I don't know. Nothing happened between us.
Nothing?
No.
I don't get it. A nice lass like that.
You know, this travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our Lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
In the camp, with you lot. It was Conrad's turn to gather wood, and I wasn't hungry yet. So I stretched out for a bit by the horses.
Oh, yeah? Where? You didn't see it?
I was going for wood.
It was getting dark. I reckon he just overlooked me.
You gave me a nasty shock when you came out of the darkness. You're as quiet as a mouse, and that's the truth.
And what about, time, sir? I mean, will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
I've already told you all I know. Von Berghoff is a very important nobleman, the royal chamberlain. He administers the country for the king, collects taxes. It's like this. There's the king, then him, then a very big gap, and then me. And we are envoys sent to offer him an alliance.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords. And that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
And is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
The sword is the weapon of a master. Balanced, fast, and suitable for all situations. Of course, you have to train with it and try to improve your technique, but the result is worth it.
Aye, I get it. It was just a training fight. Pardon me.
Oh, swords, swords, swords. No doubt you're going to tell us again how the perfidious Ishvan Toth stole your sword. And I thought you'd come round to thinking about other things.
That sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
No, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Ishvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated. And let's leave it at that.
Is he there?
No offense.
Yeah.
Who'll help me tomorrow with getting supplies for
send you
the
a picture or
journey
something.
back?
We rolled dice
Yeah,
for
I just want to see you.
it, and I won. So Conrad goes.
Think for
What are you
showering
on
up.
about?
Enough. Oath, you're no
Um.
fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning. Hmm?
Okay.
Hmm?
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.
Texting it to you. So that fell out of the pipe end of the head.
Yeah, it was in the
And
old shower head.
huh?
That was in the old shower head. That happens.
This is in the new. This is in the new one.
Henry's
That's-
right, sir.
It fell out of the
Easy
pipe,
first.
and I wasn't. I'm not sure. Like,
Well, if it fell out of the pipe, then that was the old one.
no, the pipe end of the shower head, like the fitting that hooks up to the pipe.
Oh.
This is in the new one. It just fell out when I pulled out the packaging, so I'm not sure the order that goes back in there.
Well,
How it goes in there.
if you do it, it's plastic first and then the rubber piece, but I wouldn't put that plastic piece in there.
The plastic for.
It's probably a water restrictor. Be my guess. But you might need that plastic piece in there to make that washer work. But you don't necessarily need the washer. If you just Teflon the threads. And when you Teflon it, make sure you roll the Teflon on the same way you thread it on. If you do it the opposite way, it'll unthread and it'll leak.
So like clockwise around it.
Yes.
And that plastic piece, if I did use that, the nub part goes down into the head, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be my guess.
Just because the way it's shaped. Okay.
But that looks like a water restrictor.
Closer. Hear that singing? They must be close.
Do that in a little bit. What should I use? The crescent wrench to break it loose?
You mean to take the old shower head off?
Yeah.
Hear that? Do you think they might be bathing?
Yeah, if it has a spot for a crescent wrench. Some do, some don't. It all depends.
Shit! One of us doing laundry. We have to get closer to the others. Only she's blocking our way.
Who am I attacking
right
here?
in our path. Damn it! Throw a stone in the water near her to lure her
Supposed to
away.
follow him.
Once she notices it, we'll hurry along the other side.
Hey, you're slow going up these stairs.
What is this racket here?
Is there a way to like, hold your breath on this or no?
Let's go.
I don't know. I don't think so.
What was that?
I didn't.
Reload.
If you hold right click down, it reloads.
Yeah, I've been holding it the whole time. defend the gates. There we go, I got a sword. Oh, my crossbow. Okay. Why can't I reload? There. These guys are slow going upstairs. They're following him. Press attack, press the hold, defend. Alright. Press and hold to push ladders. Can't tell if it's the same character for the first one, or...
I couldn't tell you. I never played the first one.
I just can't tell if he's got armor on it now. So crazy people fought like this back then, man.
I know.
Full, like, body of armor. Just... I've seen those guys that do, like, actual real reenactment fights with armor and real weapons. They actually hit each other's armor with it. It's pretty brutal. Several weeks earlier. Oh, there he is. Yeah, it's the same character that's on the horses in that scene in the beginning.
We'll get out of the woods and find someone. Then we'll get that shoulder of yours fixed up. How far is it to Trusky?
Kill them! No fucking around! You! Watch the middle of the gun!
We can't go this way. Go around.
You two, go up there! Get a move on!
Use your head.
You watch this side of the road! You, go to the pond! They didn't succeed in swimming to the other side of the pond. I want to know. Come back and give me a full report. Footprints, foot trails, everything.
He'll see us. We'll have to wait.
You want us to think we can swim all the fucking way across? Shut up. What a cheap boy, eh?
It's still easier here than that skirmish on the other side.
Something about it, pitch black. All your talk doesn't blind you. Now, catch you later then. But I still can't see a bloody thing.
We've got to get to that tree trunk up ahead, quietly. They're coming here! Stand still!
You be keeping watch instead. You reckon we'll find them here? If they try to
Run, it's ridiculous.
Oh, no. Fuck, they're in.
Where are you, you prick? You will pop your tongue. Catch him in the car.
What now?
Hey,
They're
Shit!
here!
Take cover!
Run ahead of them!
there's more of them up top.
Where now, for fuck's sake? Hey! Damn it, they're everywhere!
What are we gonna do?
How should I know? We can't go climbing into the rocks at night when we can't see shit.
But they'll catch us.
Oh, you don't say, genius.
Calm down, for fuck's sake.
Stop it! This isn't going to help us. You know what? Go and look into that gorge behind me and see if there's a way forward. Then come back to me. At least we'll know if it makes sense to go that way. If we can get out of the rocks. I'll stay here meanwhile and watch out for them.
Path, but through fissures. Ah, there's no other way to go anyway. Hans won't be too happy when I tell him.
I keep missing the prompts to answer them in questions. So he's like, alright, well, I took your silence as agreement. Be back.
Where is he?
Oh,
That's chicken.
God, we found each other. I didn't manage to warn you when those
Goodness.
soldiers popped up in front front of me. I only just avoided being seen, and I only found my way out of those bloody rocks a while ago.
Zaxby's chicken. Did our KFC in our town close?
Did it?
Yeah. Kind of weird. It's not like it wasn't busy.
You're in for a
Sounds
nice
like
chicken, you piece of shit!
I don't know if they like had a hard time getting workers or can't believe around this area. Sauces. Sauces. Tell you what, I'm gonna start this game over later. I can be more involved in it. Shut up so you can enjoy your storyline.
There's a lot of it, that's for sure. Goodness.
Being a blacksmith might bring no glory.
That
10
first one was
shot
very much
dead
like...
in Sweden. Really?
Who? Who was?
It says Grandpops came on and said 10 shot dead in Sweden.
The Muslim terror attack. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. Doesn't Sweden have strict gun laws? Sweden, do they have strict gun laws?
I thought Sweden, everybody wanted a gun. Or everybody got a gun in Sweden.
What? There's been arrests made over that DC plane crash.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very true, Grandpops. So why were arrests made? Does it say?
I'm listening to it.
Dude.
How are you holding up?
It's not so bad.
That'll have to do for now. As long as you're able to talk.
Oh, he did, huh?
I know you're hanging in. Henry, what are you staring at?
horsemen. Faster.
Doing what I can, pal. Jesus, don't do this to me. Pull yourself together and let's go. We have to go.
Oh man,
The
people.
gate is closed.
Don't worry, my name will open any gate.
So will that horse.
Fuck.
Dallas is in flames. We're gonna die here.
Come on.
Bianca.
Come on.
Father?
Two airport authority workers arrested for allegedly leaking plane crash video to CNN.
Come on.
That's why.
For Christ's sake. Come
Because they
on.
got a video out before they even
You can hardly
gave it to
stand, damn
NTSB
it.
or anybody.
But we'll make it together. You'll see. Henry. Henry. Pull yourself together.
I'm almost lost some weight.
Don't
Where we
here.
are?
You're just imagining things. Don't give into it.
It's a lot different.
Hang in there. Together. You'll see. You're a warrior. You can do this. It's all right, Henry. I've got you.
Wonder if Raptor's playing this
Just
at
a
all.
little further.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, I saw it on Twitch anyway. An hour
Henry.
ago.
Wake up.
I thought he gave up on Twitch.
Yeah, he's on Twitch.
The linden tree.
He might have given up on it, but he's
Just
still
like Father
streaming
always wanted.
on it.
No, we can't stop.
Pa.
Yeah, the funny thing is they might believe it, but it ain't
light.
true.
Look.
I see it.
We've got to go.
I see the light.
Greetings, good wife. Fear not. We mean you no harm. My friend needs help. Please.
I'll just watch my shit.
My parents. There. That was just a dream, Henry. We're in the woods. We were ambushed. But don't worry. We'll get you fixed up right as rain.
Get all the inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
About 400 versions is what I see.
What happened? What about Hans?
He's taken care of for now, but he was on the edge there for a bit. And so were you, lad, so calm yourself. Last night you were 1 foot in the grave already. You were lucky you happened to turn up here.
I have to talk to Hans.
You won't get much out of him now. He's lost a lot of blood and he has a fever.
What happened to him?
That cutthroat that followed you fellas cut him up bad. Hans was fighting him outside, then he came staggering in, said something about Fortuna, and collapsed on the floor.
But you'll help him, won't you?
God willing. Well, I managed to pull you out of death's grip, so maybe I'll be blessed again. I'll go check on him as soon as I'm done with
Evidently.
you. How are you feeling?
I've had worse. My shoulder's things a bit, but I'm alright otherwise.
You're brave. If you weren't, we wouldn't be speaking now. Ah, your shoulder is looking a lot better. I did my best, but I don't see good no more, especially at night. So I didn't do the best job. It just wouldn't stop bleeding. And now you've moved about, it started up again. Take this and bandage it up. Not much else we can do with it now.
Thanks. I reckon I can manage that. But I need to get a breath of fresh air to clear my head.
You slept through half of God's bright day, lad. So, if you feel up to it, go ahead. At least we'll see how steady you are on your feet. While you're at it, you can stop by the trough and wash all that nasty grime off of yourself. I found an old tunic. Put it on so you don't catch a chill. It gets cold here by the water. No doubt you'll be famished and need a bite to eat. There's some hot soup in the pot on the fire. If that ain't enough, I put some bread and cheese on the table outside for you. And you'll find some of our home-brewed liquor there, too, in case you need bucking up. Don't overdo it, though.
I won't. Thanks a lot. May God reward you 1,000-fold. What's your name, by the way?
Bushenna's my name.
Well, I'm Henry.
I know. Hans told me. I'll go and check on him. When you're done with everything, come and see me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Jeez. Brutal.
Damn! His wound is still bleeding. I better bandage it up quick before I bleed out.
I did.
Damn! His wound is still bleeding. I better bandage it up quick before I bleed out.
Oh, hold down E. Well, where's it all going
I need
then?
something to eat.
Must have eaten from the pot.
That's really good. Aye, true bliss is a full belly. This'll be the weapon used by the bastard who cut up Sir Hans. Seems Bujana isn't some quack. She's got a damn good setup here. I feel like a new man. did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet or make sure he never gets up again.
I don't know.
So consider yourself lucky.
That's weird.
Oh, well. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
All right. Tell me, what do the herbs look like?
Sage has a purple blossom, and chamomile has white petals with a yellow center. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious, too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape, and digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
Not to worry. I'll see what I can manage. It's on account of us that he's here, anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well, if you think you can manage it, good. But don't overstrain yourself. And thanks.
Where should I put him?
Grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find
That's
a good
weird,
spot
'cause
somewhere in the reeds and nettles.
I'm on Brave and I'm watching it.
Better have a wash, so you don't have to
And
on you.
and my chat. Dude, this is weird. I don't get it.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the grave
Is
digger,
it OBS? Is it?
So
I don't know.
Have that wretch lying here till Judgment Day.
All right. I'll get to it.
You're going to...
Damn, his shoulder still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
I don't see how. But stranger things have happened.
There we go.
That's for sure.
That's it. Chamomile. Right, I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bijena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better. What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bijena's? I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
I thought I grabbed the sword.
His head's caved in and he bled like a stuck pig. Who killed him? Where's the one that done it? Start talking or we'll torch this hovel with you inside it, you old witch.
All right, all right.
You're a dead man. Where's that piece of shit? What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bazena's? I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play. It wasn't a broken neck that killed him. His head caved in and he... You're a dead man. Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Who do you think they were?
I don't know what you heard, but when they turned up, they found that dead fella and recognized him as one of theirs. So, they must be with that brute who caught up with you here yesterday. Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's...
that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend
you just had to come around.
in a delirium
Jeez.
tonight, saying you was knights. But if you two are
Dude.
knights, then I'm the queen of sheep.
Yeah, it's not like I worked last night or anything. Some of us do that around here.
No. You just say you do, and then you sell your feet on the internet.
Yeah.
Pictures of your feet.
You just find some parking lot and you sit in your car.
No, I sat in the office last night. It was snowing, so.
Oh.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 came out, huh?
Yeah.
Looks good.
Well,
it does look good, dude.
Bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to
$70 for a game right now, so.
From Sir Hannes of Leiper.
What was that?
I said I don't have $70 for a game right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that's what it is. Full price.
Well, it was a lot cheaper on
We're no bandits. I swear to you. I'm thankful to you for saving
Instant Gaming.
And I'm sorry it caused
yeah,
you trouble.
makes sense.
Well,
I got
you
the
sound sincere.
premium
So I'll
version
take
or
your
whatever,
word for it.
gold or whatever it's called,
I
for
hope I
cheaper
won't
than the
make you
regular
regret it.
version on Steam.
I promise
I
you.
have the first one. I've
Promises
just
are
never
made to be
played through
broken.
it because
But thank you for dealing
there's
with
so
them.
much shit to it.
I never played the
No
first
need for
one.
thanks. What about Sir Hans? How's he
Maybe
doing?
I should have.
He's
really good.
holding up, I'd say.
There it is.
I treated his wounds and
Yeah, I got,
I'll change
I
his
don't know,
bandages
24
shortly.
hours played on it.
What he needs most now is
With
that
all the,
remedy.
I think I have all the
Have you got
DLCs.
everything for it?
Here.
It's fun. The
Some of mine
combat's
like you said.
kind of takes some getting used to.
Now
I don't
to
know
do
how
the
far you're
potions
into
on
it.
them.
I've
gave
done
them
a
to the
little
last
bit of
my
combat.
supply during the night. But
Yeah, as
it's
you
best
rank up
anyways.
like your
It's a
sword
shame
skill
my
and
daughter
stuff, I'm sure they do
Pavlena
it the
ain't
same
back.
way. You unlock
She'd
combos,
get it done in a
but the
jiff.
way the
But
combos
we'll
work
just
is
have
you
to
have to do
manage without
certain
you.
angles,
You can do
so
it too.
and
It
it
ain't
does a
making
special
hard.
attack
My
that
eyes are
sometimes,
so
like
bad
the attack
it'll
has no
take me
chance of
all
being
day.
blocked and stuff like
But at
that.
least
So
I
you,
can tell you
it
how
really
to go about
focuses
it.
on comboing.
Yeah, they kind of showed
Made a
that in
sword.
the beginning when you were training.
Yeah.
You definitely, when you block, yeah, that's directional, that's for sure.
All right, I'll try.
It's like fucking beer.
But I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything.
Oh,
I have a
Super
book
is
here
supposed
with
to
the
get
recipe,
attacked soon.
but it'll be better
Is
if
it?
I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can
Well, that
read
new
the word of any man, if that's what you mean.
Warbond's going out
My
next couple
word.
days.
Maybe you really are a noble son.
Yeah, the portable
Take the book
Hellbomb
just
now.
in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be
Looks
grateful.
like it's out
Of
today.
course.
There's a patch
Everything
today.
we need is in the
Yeah,
There's a
Knight
patch, but
looked
there is
already.
Warbond now. They do what they always do. They show you the Warbond and wait a couple of days and then release it.
Yeah.
Everything's
I
prepared.
don't have a message
There's
from
an
you on
alchemy
Steam.
bench in the alcove. Go to it and we'll get started.
Oh. That was back when you were messaging me on Steam, so I texted you back and you never responded to the text.
Talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Wait, what? What?
It was back when you were messaging me on Steam about getting on Gray Zone. So I had texted you back, but you weren't responding to text because you were on a phone call or something.
Oh. I mean, I'll still get on Gray Zone.
Not sure what I'm going to play right now.
You what?
Said I'm not sure what I'm going to play right now.
That's how it is. Can only play with Lazy. Lazy only plays Gray Zone with you.
Recipe book. Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
So how does this tie into the first one?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, making some chamomile tea. Need some help sleeping?
No, it's for the guy who was with me.
If you've read the recipe, get back to the bench.
He's having trouble sleeping. What are you playing, Night? Are you playing anything yet?
Watching Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, huh?
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf.
Spirit.
Liquor doesn't belong there. Well, start again.
Don't worry, I poured wine in there. I won't make the same mistake twice.
Glad to hear it. Now try move. Know how it looks when it starts.
Man, I wish stuff would boil that fast in real life. I've done that a little early.
And drop it in the cauldron.
Hey, that's pretty involved.
Good. Now, all you have to do now is decant it. Get a file and pour it in.
I'll hold it. Hey, Coffee, how you doing?
You want to play some Gray Zone tonight?
Oh, now you want to play?
He's like a woman sometimes, ain't he?
Jeez.
Dude. I'm doing good.
Here it is.
Hey, at least I'm decisive. You're the one that's indecisive.
By the smell of it,
Hey, you want to play
it's
Gray
a
Zone?
chamomile decoction the way it should
Well, I was looking at what I was
This
considering
should help
playing.
Hans
I'm like,
get better.
you know what? Let's just do
I'll
Gray
take
Zone.
care of it now.
Can I have a
Right.
moment to make a decision?
Is there anything
Or
else?
do I got
No.
to make it immediately?
Well, if you feel up to it,
Now you sound like
I'd
a
be
woman.
right grateful to you if you
This
were to rid
stream's
me of
starting
that
with us
damn
fucking
corpse
arguing.
what's lying there the whole
You
time.
both sound like women.
I'll do the best I can.
When you're done with
You're
that,
lazy?
go get
No one asked
Nancy.
you, lazy.
Well, you got an answer.
And you leave the rest after everything that
Your
happened.
stream
Just team up on
sucks.
lazy now.
Unsubscribed. Disliked.
I don't watch you because you wear that racist hat all the time.
Oh.
Hey, he's having a bad day.
That decoction will
He is, dude.
You'll sleep better after. And
I
that'll
don't know if
give
he's
you
going to come
strength.
back from that
There's
one.
not much more I can do now.
Oh, it's Hans.
It's up
He was
to
in the first
you
one.
Was he?
and All Might. The
Yeah.
fever should start to cool now.
I think he's a knight, if I remember
Oh,
right.
he's some kind of royalty or something.
Yeah, he was a knight that you squired for in the first one, if I remember right.
Got some royalty for you. These nuts.
Gonna play some music or something?
It's time to wake up. Night. Check on Capone.
Hans, can you hear me?
Hans
friend?
Capone.
Christ. In the end, you bore the brunt for both of us. May all the saints watch over you.
Waiting on
And
coffee.
over Bajana, too.
Are you in game?
I think I started it.
So I had to do the two-factor authentication on Twitch
Look down
when
on
I
faith in her, and
made
hear my
affiliate.
heartfelt prayer.
So
Protect
now,
Hans.
every
Don't
time
let
I
him
go
die.
to get on it on my phone,
Just
I
as
have
he
to
did when he
freaking
died.
authenticate.
Preserve his life. Because he's a young
A
gentleman,
little annoying,
brave,
but it's not bad.
just,
Do you use
and
2FOS?
and look down on Bajana.
Hi, Riley.
Let me save her hand,
No,
and
it's
deliver her from all
Offie
evil,
is what it's called.
and grant her grace. Because
But
she herself
once you
is
set
not
it up,
different, and
Twitch
didn't
just
turn us
automatically
away
texts
in
your
our hour
phone
of
for it
need.
anyway, so
Amen.
I'm ready to.
And I accepted it, walked away. I was waiting on you.
It had just come through, so.
It looks like the fever is
Maybe I won't die 5 times today.
Alright, it's loading in.
What time was it on the...
I didn't see. The only mission I've got is one night mission for Handshake.
Yeah, I have 2 night missions. What's yours?
The Tiger Bay one, I gotta get that intel. one of the checkpoints.
Oh.
I streamed for like an hour earlier today, but it was like 8 a.m. when I started. I'm like, I'm not gonna get that one done.
It's 8 a.m. right now.
You can always try a different server. I'm on each server right now.
I'm not that worried about it. I'm gonna do
Just
a
saying.
gear
Hit a
run
switch
or
real quick.
something.
I'm just saying, man.
Well, unless we go to an EU server, I don't think anything's gonna be on nights right now.
Well, let me look. Let's go back. I'm just gonna look real quick.
It's not that big of a deal.
It is.
Patience. Patience. Yeah, put me into East server with you, because that's 8 a.m. West is 5 a.m. Yeah, unless we go to freaking Oceania or the Asia servers.
Let's do it.
No. No. I already have enough connection issues doing a West server on this game.
Here, I'll do Central server. Are you on the main menu?
That's what my father promised.
Yeah.
Promised him I'd
Yes.
deliver
Central
you.
7.
Yeah, I know.
Further away.
I'm doing it.
Oh,
I'm doing it
yeah.
for your connection.
Oh, it doesn't help. Even on West servers, I had the little connection thing.
Well, the West server was running red for me, so.
Yeah, I always had that little red icon. Oh, you mean the ping thing, the little
Ping.
bars?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't think their servers or this game's very optimized.
Don't
I mean, it is in
disappoint me.
development. Can't expect them to optimize everything.
Yeah, no, it's still way better than any early access game I've seen in a while.
To you.
Yeah.
Look at my gun. I modded it just a little more. Just a little more. Ah.
Oh, you got level 2.
Yeah.
All the Daniel defense stuff.
Well, I
Thanks for the
looted
gun.
I looted a what's it called the rail.
Oh yeah.
Dreams.
Not a rail
Yeah, I
attachment.
think I have
Actually,
one of those. Yeah, I do.
That's right. I came in the evening while
you
you
had
were asleep.
the.
Ma told me what
Well, you can
happened to
buy
you.
the smaller
Then I
one.
helped
This is
Ma take
the
care of your
RIS
friend,
212.
that night?
There we go.
He's alive.
Yeah.
How is he?
Huh.
Have no fear.
I was
I had
still
two
on
of
it
those.
right now, but
Maybe two
But it
alive.
increased my
Ma knows
recoil
what she's
and
doing.
and stamina and
That's
weapon
the
handling
truth.
quite a bit.
I reckon she could
Changing
bring
out
the
to
dead
that,
back
so
to
I
life.
changed my
She
pistol
said
to a
she
pistol
dosed you
grip.
with the
But
strongest remedy she knows. And it looks like they
Ooh,
did the
this
trick
Glock's in
on
rough
that other
shape.
fella for sure.
Maybe
Since
time
he
to
came
sell
to
my
this
Glock.
morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Do need to reload it, I know that.
That sounds like him, all right.
And what about
there's
you?
like nobody on the server.
How do you feel?
Everybody's on the east. So maybe that's the key. Use the central server.
Definitely
We can
better
just
than
hit Fox
yesterday.
1 and go over to the
Thanks.
That's good.
the
Ma will be glad. But I heard you
golf
yelling in your
course.
sleep and went to check on you.
Okay.
Bad dreams.
Wait,
Dreamt
Fox
of
one?
Istvan Toth.
Yeah.
A villainous,
Oh.
murderous whoreson who
Doesn't
stole
look
my
like. Oh,
sword.
I guess there's some stuff
The last
over there.
memento I had of my father.
Maybe an easier
and I
approach
swore to
than the
get
way
that
we took
sword back
before.
and avenge
Well,
my
and you can,
parents.
there's usually
Oh,
guys like by
that
themselves,
oath
so you
must
can pick
be
them off.
serious if it even torments you
Oh,
in your
okay.
sleep.
Let me grab my Midnight
Dreams shouldn't
Sapphire
be
keys.
taken
I gotta
lightly.
find them
They
though.
can have real meaning.
Got too many
However hard they are
keys.
to understand.
Oh, there was
Strikes
one.
you as the
Kate.
most important part of your
I
dream.
got a bunch
I've got
of keys
Anna.
too.
And Elena. I got 2 Kate keys.
I
if
had
need one.
Elena. I don't see it though.
So I've got 2 Kates and an Elena and an Anna. I'm gonna put one of these Kates in here for somebody.
I'm not seeing my other Midnight Sapphire key. Maybe I've lost it. Maybe I died with it.
Maybe.
You know his name, so he's no
Got a
stranger
bunch of
to you.
BP keys.
Could mean you'll meet him
I got
again.
mine.
Or on the other hand, it's a deception, and he wants to ensnare you in
Yeah,
a
I got
trap,
Kate.
one way or another.
Hey,
You
I
should
got.
watch
how
out
did
for
it go?
yourself.
Did you die? No? You don't want to talk?
Maybe his mama told him not to talk to strangers. I need to grab some good armor though if we're doing this. Less space, but it'll be okay.
I was just asking if you got any meth out there.
I'm calling in the chopper.
Hey, by the way.
You can't bring this guy into public. 30 seconds. We're next.
Don't tell that guy over there that, you got meth on you. He's a cop.
Hey, more. No worry. What's that supposed to mean? I look the same as you. Says the one with the M4 and a fucking Glock.
I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember,
good luck, my child.
It's only my reason.
Have a wonderful time.
The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I don't think you like this.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard.
He had to go look up his keybind, I could tell. Because he kept looking at me and then he stopped for a second. And then he started talking. He's like, what?
What I need more is a little sunshine.
I should have put BP in this. Damn it.
Aye.
I had some really good
That's the best
7.62 ammo.
remedy for many ailments. And a full
It will
stomach
be okay.
help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
You know, this dude's not even flying with his hand on the collective.
Good morning, Henry.
That's not known in helicopters. You don't fly with your hand on the collective at all.
I mean, there's friction locks, but like the way he's going up and down.
You too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who's
the little bit I know about helicopter flying, you don't move your hands off the collective or the flight stick.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that,
probably the collective. I wouldn't do the flight stick.
And I'm grateful to you too, Henry.
They're a little touchy.
told me what happened here yesterday. That's the
flight stick normally not, but you can actually.
I suppose
when you're in forward flight, it doesn't take a whole lot. It'll stay pretty stable.
Third time. What
so I read something that
now, Henry,
the helicopter was at 200 feet when they first told them that, hey, you're in the way. And the collision happened at 350 feet. So it sounds like they were trying to climb out of it and made the wrong choice.
Well, my wife keeps talking about that too. My overall, thing about it is, why were they even allowed to be that close anyway to begin with? Even if they were split by 150 feet, why are we even doing that? It's just...
No, and
normal separations at least 500 feet.
Was the plane taking off or was it landing?
Landing.
Oh, so climbing makes sense.
Taken captive by humans, but with a bit of luck, I managed to rescue him.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive. I rescued him.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but As we know. Audentes.
Fortuna Juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanosh as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Hans was badly wounded during a night raid on Talmberg Castle, and I had to carry him out of the battle on my back, so he wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
Gracious! Raiding a castle? That must be pretty wild, eh?
Indeed it was. Arrows raining down, outnumbered by hordes of foes mercilessly charging at us from all sides. I'm truly indebted to Henry for getting me out of that fix.
But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Yeah, true. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bajena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
But I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
Thanks, Bajena, for everything you've done.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you, and we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time.
I'll take that.
If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, definitely that.
I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein.
What's that
Hopefully
puppy?
we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratov, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I've known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Just be watching a movie. So that must have been the prologue, huh? Dinner. Right there. Some more dinner. Oh, that guy needs to get slapped.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You tried to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're going to need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas. Instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honour their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food! About bloody time.
Here we are.
What is this?
When you finish.
Cheers.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
You're the one from that pond.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment. I heard
Hell,
talk
lads.
about your
That's
captain.
the most...
Oh? Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ!
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right.
Oh, that must hurt, don't it?
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandit? What are you on about?
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we, as it happened.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Thanks.
I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. We need to get to Von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
Hey, innkeeper, that beer.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Scallis.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life. But I know this place inside and out.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
I'm sorry.
Well, can't be helped. Let's hope things get better.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovit's bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathhouse wench.
Will Lord von Burgov be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort and the village belong to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda, and it's him who's getting hitched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svatja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you, so you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that.
I can't just leave without my lord.
I'd like a beer.
Oh, I feel a bit sick.
Where is that bloody innkeeper? Look out! Oh! Ow! You looking for a fight?
We're gonna gut you, you whore son!
Fucking hell!
Take that! You're no match for me!
Cut the bullshit! Fight!
You're gonna get whooped on.
You never saw that coming! You're no match for us, Hugger! Show your stuff!
Hey! Come on then!
That's enough. We won't stand for that here. Your goose is cooked, you scoundrel.
Oh, dang it. Dude. All right. Had the whole village.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semyon, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Work, your lordship, is an activity that all us common folk have to do when we need money. And it wouldn't hurt you for once either.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
We don't have swords, and we don't know anyone who needs protecting. So what then?
So we're fucked until someone rolls up his sleeves and gets to work. By which I mean someone of the appropriate status, like you. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bellatoris and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sacks.
I'm afraid there's nothing else for it if we're to ever get out of this place. So, lord or no lord, the sacks are waiting.
Let them wait. Sacks are good at it. It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then. Right. I'll get to work. Alone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? By giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry, such is my nature.
Find that.
You know what, dude? Oh, I can't punch you. Dang it.
Where is that bloody innkeeper?
I'm supposed to move the sacks. Are you guarding them?
Aye. Thank God someone's bothered to come at last. The quicker sacks are moved, the better. You'll have your work cut out on your own. But don't look at me. I ain't gonna help you. I'll move each sack so you... All from me.
Ave Maria.
Look, I certainly did not.
Yes, you... In all my years.
I'm not surprised. You're just a village yokel.
How?
You say?
Say it again. It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? Or what the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trusky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me, you and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Didn't you hear? Apologize to him.
Oh, no. Reinforcements. I'm so scared. Take your numbskull friend and get out of our village. Right now.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
That fella! Light him up! You're no match for us, fucker! Let him have it!
Oh, damn it!
Yeah! Don't spare him!
Hurt anyone else?
You want to try me?
Keep your mouth shut. Not his lordship.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm sorry, sir, but it's your fault what happened in the tavern.
What? My fault? You can't be serious. Whose fault is it that we're in this fucking pillory?
I was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologize. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do? Ah, what an idiot I was to stand up for you.
And what good did it do? Fuck all! If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Oh, and our little prince knows all about it, doesn't he? You only left your uncle's a week ago. All you've known up to now is a tavern on Rat-Eye Green.
Now you've gone too far. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt. Lost for words, are you? All right. Have it your way. We really have nothing more to say to each other.
That's it.
do
Over
need to
here.
find... some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up lord of
Well, come
Perkstone.
on. I don't bite. Are you going to just stand here like a...
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskovitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He breaks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower, that is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed, although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
I'd prefer something a little more ordinary. I'd like to blend in with the locals and not attract attention.
That's a pretty good idea. Sailor Bartoszek would probably throw you out of the shop. But if you can get by with things that are, let's say, slightly worn, then I could help you.
Thanks, but I'd rather get my clothes honestly. I just got out of the pillory. I don't want to end up there again.
Well, I'm not pushing you, just giving you a few useful tips. What you do with them is up to you.
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow. I mean, thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
Did you drink away your hose?
Drink away your hose.
No, I just... Sorry.
Welcome. You can buy everything you need from me, but excuse the selection. A few days ago, when I was returning with new goods, the horse got spooked and my wagon tipped into the pond. I salvaged some things, but the rest is now in the pond.
Were there any valuables in there?
You bet. Lord Simeon ordered all sorts of delicacies and precious spices from me for the wedding feast. And for Taylor Bartushak, I was carrying expensive fabrics to make dresses for the occasion. If you only knew how much coin I spent on this.
And where did the wagon tip?
On the roads near the Catchup Pond, beyond Jelly-Off. You can still find it there. I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off. But what can I do?
I'm sorry to hear that.
Me too. But what can I do? So, what will it be?
Show me your wares.
Aye, maybe next time then.
Yourself! You won't escape punishment.
Jeez.
On your feet! You're a thief and a prowler who's creeping around where he shouldn't. If you had no bad intentions, you would have surrendered immediately. Show me what you stole there, and you'll pay a fine.
Oh my goodness.
Look, can you keep a secret? What are you talking about? What secret?
I was looking for the latrines. I couldn't hold it any longer.
That's where you were looking. Are you shitting me?
No, but I almost shut myself.
Shut up! You're trying to trick me, but I'm not falling for it.
I can't pay. I don't have enough money.
Well, your back is about to get quite familiar with the cane.
Eat shit!
I'm almost dead. I'm not having a good day. Jeez.
You can't just stroll in here.
You're killing me. Oh, damn it.
God be with you, my good man.
And with you.
Read it.
Greetings. Have you come to break some more stuff? If you want something, wait till I've stopped being angry. And if you don't have anywhere to sleep, they'll look after you in Gelia.
Are you alright? You look like someone gave you a thrashing.
What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I heard something's going on in Takoff again. Project the Innkeeper is probably coming up with some mischief to pull on the Gelievites. Will they never cut it out? Their bickering is making work for me. And now I've been visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
What do you mean, more? You sound like this isn't the first time.
That we found someone buried here? Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Most of them are von Virgo's men. Also, if it wasn't bad enough, that gang of bandits is rampaging through the region. Now someone's stealing cabbage from the peasants. What a disaster.
Cabbage?
Aye, and the peasants won't stop bugging me about it. I was just visited by a peasant from Jadar. He's been talking my ears off for God knows how long. Say, do I really have to do this? Do I have the time to look for some moron stealing cabbages? And that's about it?
That sounds interesting. Thank you.
certainly. Have no fear.
Somebody...
Sweet Virgin Mary! Did you get hit by a horse?
Me, isn't it?
You feel this. Lucky I didn't call the bailiff on you. My God. I just...
Have you come to break some more stuff? If you want something, wait till I've stopped being angry. And if you don't have anywhere to sleep, they'll look after you in Jelioff.
What did you get yourself into, lad? Go and see the surgeon before you bleed to death.
Tables.
very
you all
same
right?
tavern
You look
caught
like someone
breaking
gave you
into
a
cupboard
thrashing.
and chests. He tried to steal the possessions of good people, but when he saw a watchman...
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I just remembered.
Hmm?
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Where are you headed? If you're only passing through here.
For work. To the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
You said you were going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long. Just until I find a way to make a living.
You're something like a wanderer.
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud. The locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
I really need something to wear.
I can see that. Save up for something or use those lockpicks. Either way, I can't help you anymore.
I really better go. Thank you.
Good luck.
Have you come to break some more stuff? If you want something, wait till I stop being angry. And if you don't have anywhere to sleep, they'll look after you in Jellion.
No idea where that is. Might have to start over. Alright, I'm gonna take a break. I will be back in about hour and a half. Continuing to play this game and see if I can get out of this rut I'm in. Because I'm in a rut. So I'll be back. Thank you for stopping by, everyone.